Hello all. So last time, that's just spotted that. So we can see we're just getting irons here, but we've got plenty-ish. So last time we did our red splitter factory, which is good. I think if you can zoom in on the map, if it's in radar range of something, that kind of rings a bell. So I said this time we were going to sort out drones, didn't I? There's no bugs around, so let's go and do some drones. Just clearing some space in my inventory. Probably should have put those down rather than putting them away, but we live and learn. So if we're going to make the basic construction bots, we need engines, and to make engines we need pipes. So we will make a mini pipe factory first. Well, I'll build some stuff first, but in a minute I'll make a mini pipe factory. So pipe just needs iron plates. That's a fairly simple factory to put together. And we don't need buffer box. I think for these first ones, I am going to build a buffer box because there are a few things that need. No, because I've got one further back. This is just about getting enough material to make my engines. So, copy this. Vertically flip. Pop this one down. And here we go. So these just need iron plates. actually, we will set up one grabber bank, shall we say. So I do have some stored here if I need them. And now engines also need gear wheels and steel plates. So let's clear a big chunk more space. So I'm going to need to go and get some more yellow belts, or I might just steal them from... No, it's not going to be enough, but I might as well do this anyway. So I'll upgrade that bit, auto rad. I'm probably going to need to go and get some more yellow belts now, aren't I? I am. Oh, maybe I can get away with this. No, I can't. I'm just going to steal these ones rather than running all the way up to the top. Right, so I know it's a 3, so I'm going to steal this because I'm lazy. Need some copper to make that, but that can wait. That's no big deal. So these need to be engines. So we will do this pipe first. Now, construction bot should find its way here and fill that, but it depends what else I've set my construction bots doing, which I suspect is quite a lot. And I need a lot of yellow grabbers, yellow splitters, so I'm just going to go and grab a couple hundred. Yeah, so I'm going to need to, I definitely need to set up a better iron processing facility somewhere, but that can wait for now. So I need steel girders and iron wheels. And iron wheels. So you need steel and wheels. You'll connect your power. You're not going to be able to do anything yet until you get some more iron, but so I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning. And actually, no, I'm not, because I've got my radar set up now. So I don't need to run all the way, I can just have a look. So you're actually not getting enough iron ore, and neither are you. So iron ore is my problem at the moment. You're already maxed out. You're already maxed out. So if I boosted my iron ore production, I can probably squeeze some more iron out of what I've already got. But for there, I'd kind of be doing that one or one of these two. and then belting it all the way down to back here. So I think I did say I was going to do this originally, didn't I? Or I was going to tap into this and bring it through here. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. So that's my construction robots being useless and chopping down some trees for me. Well, they're not useless, they're just uselessly slow. So that is definitely far more iron than I need, but I'm getting moderately frustrated by the lack of it, so I'm going to solve this problem for a while. And I think I've managed to slightly misalign these. I have. Fantastic. And the problem is, if I put one there, it'll block this one way, so I wouldn't be able to get it from the top to the bottom, so I'm just going to leave it as an empty space. Not perfect, but it will do. I was just thinking these don't need power, but they do because they need power for the grabbers. That would have been embarrassing. So we're going to vertically flip this, line it up. Okay, that was embarrassing. I've just done this twice. So we'll pretend I didn't do that. The vertically flip that or horizontally flip it? No, it doesn't matter. And then we will tap some coal off. But let's run back to where we headed. Yeah, I'm going to be cheap and I'm just going to tap it out of here. And this is why it's super important to always make sure you leave yourself some space. No point wasting red ones on just running this line of coal. So I know I'm not manufacturing any red grabbers anywhere. So they were never going to get built by construction bots. Nope, that doesn't work. Thought maybe I'd be able to run and click and it just drop them where it needs to, but it doesn't. He's not getting any power, so we'll make sure we pop some in there. Nope, I thought one of them might be coming to fill this in. Oh, there he was. So this is a bit of a disaster. Well, it's not a disaster, it's just a bit messy. Because it's trying to fill up in time for this one. So I'm going to have to empty it, fill it in. At least it's some iron plates. You're going to get some iron plates in there. Oh, just so construction bot drops some stuff there. I'm not sure if what I did actually just helped at all, or something further back just finished what it was building and so started passing through iron plates. But whichever way we look at it, I've got a lot of iron plates now. And that is a good thing. So they are full. My engine factory is full. So now I can start. how am I going to do this now? Because I don't want to build a proper... I'm just going to manual this. There is a bit of a problem with the bots that it's kind of hard to get rid of them. They will eventually get destroyed once you start getting in with the bugs, because they'll just fly over a bug's nest and get shot down and won't repath themselves or anything. But I kind of don't want to be dealing with that. But until then, you've just got thousands of bugs in the way. So I don't want too many of the low level bots, like the Steam bots or whatever this first type are called. So I am just going to manually build a chunk of these. So I need, what a surprise, I need copper and steel, copper and iron. The engines you can't handcraft. They have to be built in an assembly unit. You can't make them by hand, which kind of makes a bit of sense. It's a factory. It's an engine. I suppose engines are hand built, but so I am going to build 50 of each of these, just so I've got a bit of a better capacity. So that was 38. Build another 12 of them. And those. And what a surprise, we need more iron plates. So, why was that on 49? Alright, so we've got 50 of each of those. And all we need to do is dump them in the control tower, and then they will be off doing roboty stuff. As you can see, they're much, much faster than the Steam ones already. I can also build a better control tower, which is bigger and has a much bigger range. So yeah, that is 110 by 110 or 240 by 240, and that's 50 by 50 and 110 by 110. So it's way, way bigger. And I can trust these ones to kind of clear forest and things for me much, much quicker. So it saves me having to keep pausing to do that. And I can set this on the map mode. Oh, no, don't want to do all that. Got stuff there. Now I've not got, no, I don't have range on a lot of this stuff, so it won't happen until I start building bigger robot control towers, but can happen eventually. And then now I'm chopping down all these trees. I am, oh no, can't chop that down, that's where I built that oil thing earlier. And I suppose I can chop it down actually, because it doesn't, I'm probably never going to tap that for oil, but so I think we should probably do blue science next, because that'll get me my better smelters, it'll increase my miners. Yeah, should probably do blue science next. The blue science needs sulfur, red circuits, and engines. Red circuits need plastic, so I need to see what sulfur. Sulfur comes from oil, though, so I need to do oil first anyway. And plastic also comes from oil, so I need to start on my oil anyway before I can do blue science. So we're going to go back to where we left ourselves a handy little gap with some really close in oil production. Now you can't run through pipes, they are physical objects that will block you. So once I've got this laid out, I will bury some of these underground. So I can now cut through there, no problem. And there, and I'll do this bit here as well. That's less of a problem with me trying to get through. And should probably give some of these power as well. And then there are storage tanks. These are kind of like boxes for things that use boxes. and you can't see, oh, I suppose you can. So these two are outlets, so they do go kind of corner to corner. You can run between these. So you can see my crude oil is slowly filling up. It's at 1.1, 1.2, and so on. And now what do I want to do with crude oil? You don't use the normal assemblers for this, you use oil refineries and chemical plants. So for the, I am actually going to stop what I'm doing and I'm going to build some of the factory things I was talking about at the start. Well, I've talked about a few times. Oh, looks like I've got plenty of. No, I don't have plenty of iron, so where's my iron? Oh, yeah, it is there. That one's iron. Yeah, so my iron plates are doing really well now. Coal isn't. I could probably do with doing something about coal. But I think I only have one small coal mine. But hopefully, very soon, I'll switch some of my. Let's just make sure I've got enough power. Oh, yeah, so that's still full. So it's not disastrous yet. That's kind of running on empty, so I do not have enough coal. How is my power looking? My power is maxed, so I desperately need to find another source of coal. Or actually, I'll replace these with reds, because that'll be a big part of why it's. Hopefully, that'll speed this one up a bit. Well, possibly not, because no, we just don't have enough coal. Nope, there was a reason we didn't put you there in the first place. There's no actual benefit to putting that in the empty ones rather than the full ones, because the full ones will just stop filling up now. And the coal that, if I'd not put coal in that, it would have taken it from that and then taken it from the belt. So because I've loaded that with coal, it'll stop taking it from the belt, which will automatically load later ones anyway. So what coal resources do I have around here? That one, that's. Let's head up and tap this one, because then I can build a couple of radar as well. And It's not a massive problem if, I mean, it's more of an annoyance than a problem if you run out of, power, because it just stops everything until you turn everything off. And yeah, you kind of have to manually go around and turn things off and make sure power's going to the right place. And I'm a bit too lazy for that. So if you can spot it before it's going to happen and fix it then, that's a big help. Doesn't have to be a massive amount of coal, I don't think. And because this one isn't anywhere near maxed, I'm just going to tap it on the end of it rather than running a whole other line all the way down. My power is still pretty much maxed, so I am going to build some more power plants. Or shall I take a break? I'll build another couple of things for power plants and then I'll take a break. Nope, I think I've done too many there, haven't I? Yeah, oh well. Alright, so let's copy that and get everything lined up. You know, I don't know how much is heading. I think that's just going to take a bit of time to fill up all of my buffer boxes, and once that's swapped itself to a red, I'll be in a much. Can I just manually do that? I need copper as well. we're just going to leave that and let it fix itself at some point, hopefully. And we want a couple of radar as well up here. Right, so we've got a good bit on how far pollution. Use proper words. We've got a few squares that we know haven't had bugs in at least a while ago, and these will probably, the ones that just built, are probably going to have a bit more range. So we're not expecting bug attacks anytime soon. So yeah, actually, I think it should probably go on. But no, it wasn't copper I needed. I was just being stopped by that yellow splitter that needs to be red. Something should be on the way to fix that, but when, who knows? Anyway, I think that's enough for this time. Have a good day, all.